What's going on, everybody? My name is Joe Hurst, freelance graphic designer. For those of you that don't know what I do, who I am, I create videos like this on YouTube to help people like you and other creative individuals kind of get like a head start or change direction and help them progress their creative freelance career. That being said, let's crack straight into the video. So today's video is about getting better clients and positioning yourself as an expert. The first thing that I want to talk about is chasing clients and why you should not be chasing clients. Oftentimes we are met with project inquiries that have a little bit of banter back and forth. The potential client makes an inquiry, and after we've answered a few questions, explained our creative process or the process to the potential client, it's left and it kind of just stagnates. We don't hear from them for a little while. And it's important for us to understand that clients or potential prospects and clients are like us too. They are hellishly busy. Sometimes they forget to get back to you, or they may have underlying questions that they haven't quite brought up yet. So you may need to reach out and answer those questions or address any concerns that they may have. So at times we may need to check on a potential client as they may have underlying questions or things that need to be addressed before they feel that they can proceed to the next step. And from my experience, a lot of clients don't know how to go about asking these questions. So it's okay to reach out to these clients and ask them if there's anything that needs to be addressed. However, there is a big difference between reaching out and asking if there's something that needs to be addressed or if they have further questions, and chasing a client. If the client gives you the cold shoulder or just an outright no, which we should absolutely welcome, if we continue to chase at that point, we should just let that client go. As I mentioned, we should absolutely let the client know that we welcome the word no, because we need to understand if it's something like budget or another retardation that holds them back. Maybe it's timelines, etc. Whatever that may be, we need to let the client understand that we are accepting of that. And if they cannot afford us, we should move on at that point. Whatever we do, we must resist the urge to chase that client. Second to this is the power of money. Equally, we must relinquish the power that money has over us. Understandably, as creative practitioners and creative problem solvers, we have overheads, we have expenses and bills to pay. Understandably, it's incredibly hard for us as creative practitioners to let go of the power that money may have over us, especially when we have a need for money and bills need to be paid. When this need outweighs the want for a project, we are in a dangerous territory, and these are the kinds of clients that will instantly gain a massive amount of leverage over us. So in such case, it must become our focus that we eradicate clients that want to haggle with us, or clients that would not be a good fit for us, either for our portfolio or ones that we cannot satisfy on a truly professional level given our skill set. Much like any other professional environment, our rate is our rate. I would imagine that most of us would not try to haggle with a lawyer on professional litigation that we are hiring them for. As such, why should we allow a client to haggle with us, given that we are in the field of professional creative problem solvers and creative thinkers, much of which affect how those clients' businesses are perceived or their products, etc. We need to stop thinking for free. Or to rephrase that, we need to stop giving away our creative thinking for free. One of the reasons I stopped writing proposals is because 9 times out of 10, they're incredibly lengthy to put together. You're kind of put to bidding in essence against other creative individuals or creative firms. Last but not least, it puts us into a position where we are telling a client our intention and our creative problem solving technique or our creative strategy and how we intend to solve that for them. Then how do we justify charging a client for similar or like thinking afterwards? As creative problem solvers, it's in our nature to see things and challenge them from a different perspective or a different angle. As a respected professional, we cannot be expected to give away this type of creative thinking for free, especially in the forms of proposals to a potential client. How then afterwards can we honestly request to be compensated monetarily for our creative problem solving or creative thinking moving forwards? We must maintain a particular expertise. We may advise or perhaps guide potential clients, but we should absolutely not give away creative problem-solving ideas and strategies unless we are otherwise engaged and our minimums are paid. Lastly, we need to focus. I've mentioned being an expert or an expert practitioner now a few times, and that's because simply we must become an expert and we must focus in our field for us to be able to effectively apply these techniques in our creative and freelance endeavors. We must seek to position ourselves as the professional and the expert in our field, and we must seek to do that in a horizontal or vertical focus that we wish to encompass with our expertise. More on that in another video, I think. So if you're not subscribed and you want to hear about that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So by narrowing our focus and refining our target client or our target audience, we begin to position ourselves as the expert practitioner or the expert in our field. This also takes us out of the position from being a commodity to an asset. A commodity, for example, would be John Doe Design, who has no specialty but encompasses everything and anything when it comes to design. Then, from the role of expert practitioner, we can begin to command a price premium. Of course, we actually need to start becoming, or have a foothold in becoming at least, an expert in our field. Another example, if you will, would be to think of a local gas station. If they were to suddenly close or no longer accept the method of payment that you pay with, it would take you no time at all to drive a city block and then find another gas station for a similar price, perhaps less or perhaps more. You can still fill up your vehicle and continue about your journey. That being said, there's an awesome British restaurant here in the US where I live that serves English cuisine, things like fish and chips, traditional and true shepherd's and cottage pie. There is a difference between those two. And if that place closed down, it would probably take me months, if not ad infinitum, to find somewhere similar in comparison that could replace that restaurant. If not, I'd probably have to move to find a similar restaurant like that. They have a specialty in the fact that they do nothing but English cuisine. So finding such an alternative when they are a specialist in their field or an expert practitioner, for argument's sake, is considerably more lucrative considering that their focus is much more narrow. They are not just a typical restaurant, they are an English cuisine restaurant. So with that being said, as a creative individual, it's imperative that we focus down and specialize in a particular field. We can still encompass other things, but we need to have a specialty to minimize our competition and then command a higher price premium. Only then can the aforementioned previous steps be taken also, and then can they be effectively implemented too. Guys, thanks for stopping by. I hope this video has helped you. If you have a creative or a business or entrepreneurial friend, go ahead and hit that like button, share it with them because they may find some value in this. Like I said previously, if you want to stay up to date with information like this, go ahead and subscribe, it's free. If I start putting out stuff you're not interested in, you can hit the unsubscribe button too. If you hit the dislike button twice, I heard if you don't like videos, that's super helpful too. And until next time, I will catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.